Welcome everybody to another edition of the Nick Saban Show, along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, congratulations. A road win in the SEC, 65-31.
Well, we're always happy about being able to win on the road, and I thought we played a really fine game today on offense. We were able to control the ball, control the line of scrimmage, made a lot of explosive plays. I think both quarterbacks played really well in the game. You know, we struggled on defense a little bit. Their offense did a really good job against us. I didn't think we played as physical as we need to. I thought we made too many mental errors on some of the things that we needed to adjust to, and we just have to do a better job of coaching and getting these guys prepared, you know, to play the game and for what they're going to see, because it seems like every week we see a lot of things that we haven't practiced, and our young team has a difficult time making some of those adjustments in the game.
Struggled perhaps to adjust, Coach, but early your team awfully impressive. 21-0 lead to start the game.
Yeah, it was a good start for us, and I think that's really important. You know, we scored on the first play of the game, so that's always good. But you know, I just felt like our ability to sustain, you know, has to get better. I mean, when I tell the players all the time, you're not really competing against the other team; you're competing against yourself. And are you playing the best that you can play as a football player? Will you bet your best as a football player today? It doesn't matter who you played against. It doesn't matter what your score is. And we have some guys on our team that are doing that very well, and we got some other guys that we need to do better with. All
right, Coach, let's get into the first half highlights.
And we are underway in Fayetteville. It's a short end-over-end kick. Herb Smith, the tight end in motion, comes back. Tua with the double clap on a play-action fake and a roll right. He throws to Smith. First down outside the contain, up the right sideline. He stays in bounds. He is going to go 76 yards. See ya. How about that? Here now the quarterback under pressure. Ty Story goes down. The ball is loose. Quinnen Williams separated him from the ball, and Isaiah Buggs comes up with the pigskin. Wideouts to the near side. Damian Harris lined up to the right rear of his quarterback. Here's Irv Smith in motion to the far side of the formation on a second down and 14. Across the middle, wide open, Irv Smith makes the grab. First down and more, inside the 30, stays on his feet, absorbs a bunch of hits, then fumbles the ball, picked up by Henry Ruggs. He covers it, but it is going to be dead. Let's wait and see if it ever hit the ground, if the knee hit the ground. If not, it'll be a touchdown. If the knee hit the ground, it will be dead, and the officials are talking about it now. Let's listen.
On the field is a completed catch, and then a fumble recovered by the offense.
And the play is going to stand. It'll be a Henry Ruggs touchdown recovery. Alabama back to the line of scrimmage. Once more, Jacobs to the right side of Tua. Here's the snap, the give. Jacobs left side, touchdown, Alabama. Very quickly, no chance for anybody to get lined up defensively. Bama just taking it to the house on a 1-yard plunge by Josh Jacobs. Checks in. He's the running back to the left of the quarterback, Story. They fake it to him. Story keeps it up the middle, fumbles. It is covered by Alabama at the goal line. It is a Tides ball. Covered by Alabama. Deontay Thompson, as the quarterback was hit at the 1, he fumbled it, and Deontay fell on it at the goal line. Wow. Here's Baker, snaps it into the shotgun. Tua with time, steps up, looks, goes long. Jerry Jeudy, how are you? Touchdown, Alabama! Tua to Jerry Jeudy, 42 yards. Thank you very much. And Bama leads 27-7. first and goal from the Razorback 3. Tua claps his hands, gives it to Damian. Give him 6 points right there as he carries the field in. And Alabama adds to their lead. It's now 34-14. 3 yards on the power run by Damian Harris. Tagovailoa, the quarterback. He'll see Irv Smith go in motion to the left side. Josh Jacobs, play action fake. Throw on the slant. Judy makes the grab. Outraces everybody. Near sideline 30. 20 down the right sideline 10. 5. Touchdown Alabama. 60 yards. Tua to Jerry Judy. My goodness gracious. It happens instantaneously.
Coach, 41-14 at the half, your offense had given you a very nice cushion.
Well, the offense did a really good job, and I think the defense got a couple really timely turnovers. They were driving for a score, or they'd had another score, and we knocked the ball off of them at about the 2-yard line and recovered it. So those turnovers were real critical in the first half in terms of us having that kind of lead, but the offense did do a really, really good job.
We got more coming up. Stay with us right here on the Nick Saban Show.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Golden Flake, the official chip of the Crimson Tide. By the University of Alabama, where legends are made. And by Tiffin Motorhomes, made to move you.
It's not a party without Golden Flake. Golden Flake snacks offer a wide variety of flavors to suit any occasion. Whatever you're feeling, there's a flavor for that. You can always count on an old favorite like Thin and Crispy or Sweet Heat Barbecue, but hey, why not try something new? Grab your friends, grab some sun, and grab some snacks. It's time for some Golden Flake.
We all aspire to harness our power and change the world. Only a few of us ever do. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs here! Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs! Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs! Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs! Hot dogs! Hot dogs! Hot dogs! Who wants a hot dog?
We'll take 4 over here.
How you guys doing today?
When you tailgate in a Tiffin, you're never far from home field.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
We all aspire to harness our power and change the world. Only a few of us ever do. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
Coach, as we said, 41-14 at the break. What's the message at halftime?
Well, I didn't feel, even though we had 41-14, I didn't really feel like we were controlling the game. And I think when you're not stopping the other team and getting off the field on 3rd down, which we had lots of opportunities to do and struggled with at times, you don't feel like you have control of the game. So I felt it was important that we continue to play offense well and try to get some of the things fixed on defense. And I think we did for a while, and then we played some other players in the end, and they scored a little more.
All right, let's get into those second half highlights.
The second half highlights are brought to you by the Ortho Sports Center at St. Vincent's, Birmingham. Care you can believe in.
Robinson to the right of the quarterback. Damian to the left of the quarterback. Josh Jacobs behind the handoff. Damian, he'll reach forward. Does he break the plane? No, say the officials. He got over the top. He reached out, but they'll say he does not break the plane of the goal line. And for the second time today, the Razorbacks stop the Crimson Tide on 4th down, and they take over on downs.
The ruling on the field in the previous play is that the runner and the ball were stopped short of the goal line plane. This play is now under video review.
But I believe they're going to overturn it. At least according to the picture we have just seen. And it's now on the big scoreboards here. It looks to me as though that lunge moved the football over the goal line. Here's a 2nd down and 10 from the 40. A bit of a low snap, taken off the kneecap by Story. Throws it, it's tipped, intercepted by Shaheem Carter. Carter down the far sideline, Carter to the 20. Carter accelerates 15, down the right sideline, 10-5. Touchdown, Alabama! Off a tip of Dylan Moses, it goes right into the hands of Shaheem Carter, and he'll run it back for a touchdown. Here's a 3rd and goal from the 5. 2:14 remaining. Mac Jones under his center. Gets the snap, handoff Robinson up the middle. Touchdown, Alabama. Touchdown, Alabama. And this one is in the books. So the Alabama Crimson Tide winning this ball game by a final score of 65-31. The coaches meeting at midfield, a very quick exchange of handshakes, and this one is in the books.
Coach, for people that love stats, another huge day for your offense as you once again score more than 45. In fact, you had 65 on the board today.
Well, I think that, you know, it's going to be important. I knew that when we started this season, because of the skill players that we have on offense, the quality of quarterbacks, the experience that we have in the offensive line, that we could very well have this kind of team. And those guys have done a wonderful job all year long. But I think that the focus needs to be for us is, are we good enough to beat the best teams? And I think everybody needs to ask themselves that question. And what do we need to do as a team, at every position, every unit, to try to improve our ability to play with a little more consistency, because we're going to play better teams in the future. Play better defenses in the future. We're going to play better offensive teams. We're going to play a better offensive team next week when we play Missouri. So it's really important that the players can stay focused on, what do I need to do to improve? How can we get better? How can we reach our full potential as a team?
65-31, again the final. We've got more coming up. Stay with us here on the Nick Saban Show.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Nissan, proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. By Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. And by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, real Coca-Cola taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
What is the mark of a great partner? They work as hard as you do, doing what they do best so you can do what you do best. With Trustmark as your true financial partner, you will have tools and technology like My Trustmark Business Online and Mobile Banking to give you control and freedom to be the best partner possible. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works.
Turning Point is brought to you by BBVA, banking on a brighter future.
Coach, where was the turning point for you today?
Well, I think I mentioned the timely turnovers that we got, but the one that we got on the 1 yard line when they were going in that would have made the score 21-14, and then we go 99 yards with an offensive drive that was one of our best drives of the day to go up 28-14. That was, or 28-7. I think that was really, really a critical turning point in the first half and in this game.
Coach, there are a lot of times in your organization, you know you want a specialist for something, but there's also a time where you know I just want a person involved and we'll figure out the role later. Joe Panunzio is a guy that's been with you for quite a while. In whatever role you've put him in, he's always done a great job for you.
Well, I think, you know, Joe has a great personality and he has a great relationships with players, and he really cares about the players, and he's got a great family. He's a good recruiter, and he's got a lot of diversity as a coach. You know, he's been several different kinds of coaches for us, and you know, now he's doing a good job with our running back.
Is indeed. Maggie Hetzel goes Mercedes-Benz All Access with Joe Panunzio.
Joe Panunzio, running backs.
What is your personal coaching philosophy?
I mean, the thing for me is I want to touch kids and help them get to wherever they could go. I think that's the greatest thing that Coach Saban does. Whether they're a 5-star, a 3-star, or 4-star, he pushes all those guys to become the greatest, not only athlete they could be, but the greatest person. And I think I try to do the same thing. They don't want to only just be great football players. They want to be great kids too, and they are. Coach makes us all perform at a level that when we're finished, we're better people because we were touched by Coach Saban and we were touched by Alabama.
You have been here before and now you're back. Any favorite memories or a favorite moment?
First year we beat LSU in New Orleans. The next morning we're watching ESPN and I looked at my wife and I said, the confetti, I didn't see the confetti. She says, you didn't see the confetti? She says, it's coming down around us. She says, you didn't see the kids doing the snowman and all that? No, and then she took out a picture and they was taking a picture of confetti. I guess when you win and you get to where you get so caught up in it, you don't even know what's around you. That probably was a great moment for me.
Anything you want to say to the fans now that you're back, you've been here, you have Alabama still inside you. What do you say to the fans who are the heart of this Alabama football team?
Playing against Alabama at other schools and then being here, going to the NFL and coming back, I mean, there's nothing like Alabama. And really what separates us is our fans. Wherever we go, whenever we go, our fans travel, and it makes a difference for us. And there's not a better fan base in the world than Alabama. I'll forever be a Crimson Tide and love Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Thanks, Coach.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Cooper Tires. Roll Tide on Cooper Tires. Visit CooperTires.com for a retailer near you.
Cooper Tires on the ground, go round and round, round and round, round and round. Tires on the car are warranty. And what you need, the tires on the car help keep you safe. They grip the road when you hit the brakes.
Your tires matter, so count on Cooper, an American company since 1914.
The tires on the ground go round and round.
We all aspire to harness our power and change the world. Only a few of us ever do. the University of Alabama, where legends are made.
Ask the Coach is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey, Coach, you have a great young receiving group. What do you look at when evaluating young receivers?
Well, I think your assessment of our receiving core, Bridget, is right on target. We have 4 young receivers who are really explosive players. I think the number one thing is you always look for competitive spirit in players, and these guys are all great competitors. You want them to have great hands, you want them to have great speed, you want them to be able to get in and out of breaks so that they're hard to cover. You got to beat bump and run man-to-man, and you beat them when you come out of the break, and our guys all do a really good job of that, and they all have really good ball skills. And you've seen them all make some really, really tough catches so far this year. So, and they all are tough, and they don't shy away, and they all try to block. So they really got the total package, and we just want them to keep getting better and better for us as the year goes on.
Coach, you got a bunch of young skill guys and veteran skill guys that are terrific for you, but if those guys up front don't do their job, we can't see them in the spotlight very much. Ross Piercebaker, one of those guys doing a great job for you.
Well, Ross has, played guard for us for 3 years, and he moved over to center, and he's really the leader. He's a very bright guy. He makes all the line calls. I think everybody around him plays better because of him and because of his leadership, and he's about as fine a person as you're ever going to find.
Let's spend a little time with Ross as he sits down with Maggie Hatzel.
Ross Piercebaker, I play offensive line, and I'm from Cedar Falls, Iowa.
He came in starting left guard, obviously, as a redshirt freshman, had a big impact on the offensive line so far. You're making a move this year, though, to center. What does it take on you to make that kind of change?
I made the change really a couple years ago, and went through spring playing center and fall camp as well. Then before we played USC in 2016, they moved me to guard. And so I've been there before, but it's definitely different, just kind of all the techniques and everything that comes along with it, and just, making the calls and kind of taking control of the offensive line. Bozeman did a good job that last year, so, it's going to be a challenge this year trying to do that and take on that role. I think this year and this summer going into the season, I've had to become more vocal, which I've always kind of been a lead by example type of guy. Just with the younger guys, just showing them how it's done, just getting things organized, keeping guys kind of on track, and they're ahead in the game. So I think that's kind of what the role that I've been taking on more this summer.
Who has been your biggest inspiration?
I think Ryan Kelly's had a big impact on me. I played with him for 2 years, played next to him in 2015 when we won the national championship, and just kind of seeing how he works, just his strengths, and just his leadership qualities. I just really respect him, as a person, as a player, and how he carries himself. And I think I've tried to kind of imitate some of the things that he did when he was here, and just learn from him.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by AT&T, the official wireless provider of the Crimson Tide. AT&T, mobilizing your world. And by Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works.
It's Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year-End event. Get big clearance savings on the last of our 2018s, like Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist.
Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
But hurry, the Bottom Line and our 2018s are almost gone.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
We all aspire to harness our power and change the world. Only a few of us ever do. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
What is the mark of a great partner? They work as hard as you do, doing what they do best so you can do what you do best. With Trustmark as your true financial partner, you will have tools and technology like My Trustmark Business Online and Mobile Banking to give you control and freedom to be the best partner possible. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works.
We all aspire to harness our power and change the world. Only a few of us ever do. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
Here's what's next, presented by AT&T.
Coach, a big win on the road today, but it is always great to go home, and you'll face Missouri next.
We have a lot of respect for Missouri, that's for sure. They have a great offensive team. They've got one of the top offensive teams in the country, really good quarterback, scoring a lot of points. So this will be a real challenge for our defense. But it's going to be great to come home, no doubt. It's always great for our players to play at home, and hopefully we'll have a very spirited crowd because we'll probably need it in this game, and I think it'll be very helpful to our players if they can have some impact on this game.
6 o'clock kick, 3 o'clock radio on the network. For Coach Saban, I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Roll Tide, everybody.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Golden Flake, the official chip of the Crimson Tide. By the University of Alabama, where legends are made. And by Tiffin Motorhomes, made to move you. By Nissan, proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. By Trustmark, people you trust, advice that works. By Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, real Coca-Cola taste with zero sugar and 0 calories. By Cooper Tires, roll Tide on Cooper Tires. And by AT&T, the official wireless provider of the Crimson Tide.